This will never be America, where you get freedom and money. African politicians got our money. I will make it one day, cause not every day is a Sunday. One day my day will break, oh. This kind of shame will stop, oh. Sister, I'm gonna get money. I know you think I'm nobody. One day my day will break, oh. Then you live to regret, oh. Sister, I'm gonna get money. I know you think I'm nobody. One day my day will break, oh. Then you live to regret.
Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today I'm gonna show you and teach you how to mix Davido TYPE Vocals in Cubase. This is simple, and I want to show you some of the tricks and some of the plugins that I use in order for me to come up with the sound that I want to come up with. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and please make sure you watch to the end so you can support the channel, and that is gonna ensure that the channel grows. Now this is what I did to the vocals. First thing that I did was to make sure that the instrumental got balanced. So you got to balance the instrumental. Then next, I want to show you my audio track. So when you come to the audio track, open up inserts. I have my auto tune. All right, I set my auto tune to my key is C, scale is major, and voice is soprano. My retune speed is set to 0, and of course that is controlled during Reverb audio, so I had to work on this as well. So check out the video on the video I did on how to the Reverb audio. Now the second plugin that I had to put in is called Vox. This enables the vocal a little bit to have strength and warmth. So this is what I did, and what I love to do is that I just throw in Vox plugin right there. I don't do anything. I don't like increase the volumes, and I just throw it right there. It sounds great on default. There is just a character that it adds to the vocals immediately you throw it there. So immediately you throw this plugin there, it's just gonna react, and in a good way, of course. So I did not do anything to compression. I did not need compression or gain or get. I just wanted its natural default sound, and that little thing just means a lot to me. And then the third plugin that I put was RX7 from Isotope. This helps to get rid of the breaths, like breathing. If the breathing is too much, it just softens up those breaths a little bit, and makes the vocal sound great. From there, I had to connect this audio track to group number 1. So this is my group. This is connected to group number 1. Check out the video on how to make groups and effects channels. I did that video. You can check it on the channel. Now when we open up the group channel, group number 1, you'll find that I used some plugins and only left out one empty place. Now the first plugin that I put was the first plugin is an EQ, and this is how I did Davido TYPE, vocal type EQing. It's not like the ordinary EQ that I have been doing on certain vocals. This one is like for a certain vocal type. So in order to achieve that vocal type, there is need for certain frequencies that you have to target, and certain frequencies that you just have to make sure that you deal with. So I wrote off pretty much I wrote off the low end to about 278 hertz, and then plus 3 cents. So that's what I did. And this EQ is a special EQ because it works for that type of vocal. This is F6RTS stereo. It's different from Fab Filter. It's just different. It has its own way of doing things. Like you can compress a certain frequency. You can also like just work on each frequency dynamically. So this is one good thing about this EQ. So I did raw off much of the low end, and also cut around I cut around 250 and 244 hertz. I mean, yeah, 250 or somewhere there. I had to cut a little bit, and then also I had to locate this frequency right here, and cut it down just a little bit, around -3.8 my gain. The range, the Q is 1.0. The EQ is that narrowing tool that you use. Our frequency is 507, so it is exactly on 507. And then I had to cut around 1K, and I took out that frequency. What I was doing is just trying to make the vocal. You can make the vocal the way you want the vocal to be. If let's say you want a certain type of a certain singer, you can still do it by using just this. And by the way, this vocal template is there at $25, everything including the plugins that I used, so you guys can be like help us get a studio camera so that I can start coming live and interact more with you guys. So it's just $25. Hit me up at promixingandproduction@gmail.com. The next plugin that I used is Isotope Ozone Vintage compressor. This is not like an ordinary compressor. I did not use the ordinary compressor. I used a vintage compressor to come up with that kind of vocal type. So it's different from other compressors. This is a vintage compressor. It has its own way of doing things. It comes with an EQ, so I had to do a little bit of work on the highs and EQ and just bring them up a little bit, and not necessarily bringing them up just like that, but it has a way of controlling and adding a good high end to the vocal. That's what I did. And then from there I had to like raise up a little bit, around 800 hertz, gave it a 2.0, just a little bit, and this one was given a 5.7. It's like a lot when like if you're using an ordinary EQ like this one, it would be like, though even this one is good, it would be too much, but 5.7 dB positive, 5.7 dB looks too much, but it's very much okay. So I did that, and I'll do a video on this one on tomorrow, so you guys like can check it out in full detail of this. And then a little bit of a low cut somewhere there, and I put it on smooth. There is something about this I'm gonna explain in the next video, so stay glued to Pro Mixing and Mastering channel for this tutorial. Then from there I had to throw in another EQ. So it's like we have an EQ inside vintage compressor, then we have a third EQ. This third EQ is all about a little bit of cutting and boosting. So there was a frequency around 1K which I had to cut, but I had to do it just a little bit, which is on 6, which is -2.5 again. Then I had to do a little bit of boosting around this is 5 and around 6,000, and also around 10,000, which is 4 here. So that's what I did, just try to make that vocal type, Davido vocal type. And then from this EQ I used CLA 2A another second compressor. So we have two compressors now. We have vintage compressor, then we have just the ordinary compressor. Now there is something about this compressor. What this compressor does is that it comes with its own saturation and a little bit of EQ. It's different from other compressors. This one is like, it has that excitement that it adds to the vocals. It's a good compressor. This compressor has been used by many engineers for a long time. It's one of the classic compressors that you can never go wrong with. So it's a great compressor. So I used it just a little bit this time. I used this a little bit. Check out our main compressor. Our main compressor is vintage compressor, and check out what I did. Threshold is negative 32.0. Too much, right? Yeah. So once I did that, now our second compressor is like just acts as an add up, something that helps this main compressor. So this is helping the main compressor, like to make sure that the main compressor doesn't really like stress when it comes to compressing those frequencies. So this one is on around 53, just a little bit of compression, peak reduction, I mean, and our gain is just on 40. It's not doing much. So I have not done boosting a lot of compressing on this one. I have just like set it there just a little bit so that it can help our main compressor, and they are working together in a very nice way. Very soon I'm gonna show you. I'll turn off all these plugins so you guys can take a listen to how they like sound without, how the vocals sound without these. Then from there I added a de-esser, a different de-esser again, not our ordinary de-esser but a different one. With this one, it has a character of shaping up vocals like modern day type vocals. So this is the main one. If you want to get that modern day vocal, this like just works the way it is supposed to work. A little bit of de-essing, which is negative 16.0. Don't do it too much. And then from there, this is what I will also be explaining in the next video. This is a DTS Neuro down mix 5.1 to stereo 5.1. It's a down mix. What it does, I will play so you guys like can get a listen to after I am done with the explanations. This helps the vocals to come out, and also it just turns everything that were not in stereo form into stereo form, so that the vocals can just sound great from mono to stereo. Great plugin. And what I did was I just reduced it a little bit, the output to negative 1.5 and negative 1.5 left, negative 1.5 right. That's what I did, and the rest, the LFE just stayed on 80, just like that. And then from there, denoiser, Cubase is default denoiser, put it on medium. This is like a small tool and yet very powerful tool. So these same plugins were copied into group number 2, because it's like the vocal has the same frequencies, so there was no problem. The next, stay with me, because at the end I'll mute all these plugins and play the vocals so you guys like can take a listen to how they sound like without all this processing. Now from there, I had to use a certain reverb. We need to add reverb. The reason why you add reverb is simple, because you wanna in order for your vocals to sound wet and not to sound just dry and empty, so you wanna like wet up your vocals a little bit and warm them up. I used Valhalla vintage verb, and this verb is very important, very nice when it comes to modern day vocals. For example, I had to calculate my delay, my decay time, and my pre-delay. So it's on 1.70, a good number. 3.30 milliseconds, a good number. You can use this and it will just work perfectly. And I had to do a cut, EQ cut, set it there, and then a little bit of our low set somewhere there. So basically this is what I did, and damping and shape and diffusion and more modulation, everything has just left the way they are. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 is left the way they are, but these are set there. And then from there I sent our sends to group number 1, and I just used a reverb, Valhalla vintage verb. I did not use a delay on the main group channel. I did not use a delay because the reason is simple. I did not want the vocals to sound muddy. So if you don't want to if you don't want your vocals to sound muddy, use a reverb on your vocals. That's what I did. Then from there I just did a copy of this and this. Then I also made an FX channel track for H delay. Now this one is working differently. It's working on the backings, especially where I am shouting. That's where it is working on, like to just delay a little bit, yeah, to make it sound better, but not on the main chorus and on the main vocals. No delay, only reverb. So what I'm gonna do right now is start by doing this. Turn off all these, turn off all these, and then start putting them one by one. So this is how the vocal sounds like without any processing. All these are turned off.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America.
Let us also turn off reverb and take out this.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never. I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America, where you get freedom and money. African politicians got our money. I will make it one day, 'cause not every day is a Sunday. One day. I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America, where you get freedom and money. African politicians got our money. I will make it one day, 'cause not every day is a Sunday. One day my day will break. This kind of shame will struggle.
Let's go ahead and turn on auto tune.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America, where you get freedom and money. Africa.
Turn on our Vox.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America.
Turn on our X7 breath control.
I understand that we are in Africa. I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America, where you get freedom and money. African politicians got our money.
Go to the group 1 and turn on our reverb.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America, where you get freedom and money. African politicians got our money.
Go to the inserts, turn on F6 RTS stereo, this one.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America.
You can see exactly what it is doing right here, right?
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America. Why?
Turn on our main compressor, which is vintage compressor.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America,
Still not sounding great, right? Turn on our Q6.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America.
All right, it's coming up. Turn on our second backup compressor.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America. Where you get
De-esser it.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America.
Turn on our down mix 5.1.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America. Where you
Turn on our denoiser.
I understand that we are in Africa. This will never be America. Where you get freedom and money. African politicians got our money. I will make it one day. Cause not every day is a Sunday. One day my day will break, oh. This kind of shame will stop, oh. Sister, I'm gonna get money. I know you think I'm nobody. One day my day will break, oh. Then you live to regret, oh. Sister, I'm gonna get money. I know you think I'm nobody. One day my day will break, oh. Then you.
So basically, guys, this is how I mixed this song, and the next one is gonna be how to master. And in mastering, I'm gonna exactly show you what I was able to like put up. So don't forget to subscribe and like, share. I will see you in the next one.